There is a home in Fort Worth that was never meant to blend in, yet somehow managed to stay largely unnoticed by the public. Located at 3720 Autumn Drive, at the end of a quiet cul-de-sac, this residence, now known as the Brachman House, was constructed in 1957, during a period when most homes in the area followed simple, predictable ranch-style designs. At a time when Fort Worth was expanding rapidly, residential construction favored efficiency and uniformity. Rectangular layouts, minimal variation, and conservative styling defined the landscape, but this house did not follow those conventions. Commissioned by Leon and Fay Brachman, the home was designed by architect Larry Morton Gernsbacher, who was trained in the philosophy of Frank Lloyd Wright through the Taliesin tradition. That influence is evident throughout the structure, not in imitation but in principle. Rather than forcing a conventional layout onto the lot, the design responds directly to the land itself. The property widens toward the rear, forming a fan-like shape at the end of the cul-de-sac. Instead of correcting this irregularity, the architect used it as the foundation for the home's geometry. The result is a structure defined by angles, extensions, and interconnected spaces that unfold outward. From above, the house reads as a composition rather than a box. From the ground, it remains low, integrated, and intentionally subdued. Materials were selected to reinforce this connection to the environment. Stone, wood, and expansive glass surfaces allow the home to settle into its surroundings rather than rise above them. Large windows eliminate the boundary between interior and exterior, allowing natural light and landscape to become part of the living experience. At the center of the home is a substantial stone fireplace, functioning as both a structural and emotional anchor. From this point, the interior spaces radiate outward in a continuous flow, avoiding the rigid separation of rooms common in homes of that era. Over time, the house developed a quiet reputation within the local community. Its design stood out to such a degree that some residents speculated it may have been designed by Frank Lloyd Wright himself. While that is not the case, the association reflects how far ahead of its time the structure appeared in its setting. Unlike many homes from the same period, which have been significantly altered or modernized, this residence has retained much of its original architectural intent. This preservation contributes to its characterization as a mid-century time capsule. Despite its architectural significance, the home was never widely documented in mainstream newspapers or public archives. As a privately commissioned residence, it did not receive the type of coverage typically associated with civic buildings or large-scale developments. Instead, it became what could be described as a quiet landmark, recognized by those familiar with architecture but largely absent from public record. Today, the Brachman House remains a rare example of mid-century modern design in Fort Worth that fully embraces the principles of organic architecture. It reflects a moment in time when design was used not only for function, but to shape experience, movement, and connection to the environment. While the city around it has continued to grow and evolve, the house itself has remained largely unchanged in its core philosophy. It was not built to follow trends, and as a result, it has not been defined by them. What stands at 3720 Autumn Drive is not simply a residence, but a preserved expression of architectural intent from 1957, one that continues to exist quietly, just beyond the attention of most who pass by.